In a dramatic turn of events in the world of Bronx drill rap, Kevin Perez, better known as K-Flock, finds himself entangled in a complex legal battle that has captivated fans and observers alike. Reports have surfaced that a member of K-Flock's own circle, a man named Brockington, known on the streets as Dooge, not to be confused with the rapper Dougie B, has turned against him, providing damning testimony in court. This betrayal stems from an incident in 2020 when K-Flock allegedly used a firearm against an individual who had attacked his friend, Dooge. Now, Dooge, after being arrested for drug-related charges and accepting a plea deal, has flipped the script, offering prosecutors critical information that could seal K-Flock's fate. According to courtroom details, prosecutors questioned Dooge about the events following his own shooting. "After you got hit, who called you at the hospital?" they asked. Dooge's response was clear: KK called, referring to K-Flock. He recounted K-Flock saying, "You know we got you, bro," a statement prosecutors interpret as an intent to retaliate against those responsible for Dooge's injuries. When asked if this retaliation occurred, Dooge confirmed that someone was grazed in the face. The questioning continued, with prosecutors pressing, "Did you see the defendant, K-Flock, with a firearm?" Dooge's affirmative response, "Yes," paired with his recollection of K-Flock arguing on Instagram Live with a rival, ties directly into the pivotal incident that has landed the rapper in hot water, the death of Oscar Hernandez on December 23, 2021. The events leading up to Hernandez's death paint a vivid picture of street tensions boiling over. On that fateful day, K-Flock was walking down a sidewalk in New York City, accompanied by two others. Dressed in a blue coat, a shy mask, and designer jeans, he was in his own territory, broadcasting live to his Instagram followers. With over 10,000 viewers watching, he engaged in a heated verbal exchange with a rival op before abruptly ending the stream as he turned onto the corner of his rival's block. Moments later, he slipped his phone into his pocket and placed his hands there too, continuing his walk past a barbershop. Inside that shop was Oscar Hernandez, who immediately recognized K-Flock due to the distinctive outfit he'd been flaunting online earlier that day. What happened next unfolded quickly. Hernandez bolted out of the barbershop, confronting K-Flock with a shout, "What are you looking at?" The two men, with a history of animosity, erupted into a shouting match. Witnesses described a tense back and forth, escalating until Hernandez appeared to reach into his pocket for something, possibly a weapon. In response, K-Flock drew a firearm from his own pocket. As Hernandez turned to flee, K-Flock opened fire, striking him multiple times. Hernandez collapsed on the sidewalk as K-Flock fled the scene, leaving behind shell casings and Hernandez's slides, which he'd been wearing that day. Bystanders called 911, and paramedics rushed Hernandez to a nearby hospital, but despite their efforts, he succumbed to his injuries. For the next 24 hours, the NYPD scrambled to piece together what had happened. They collected security footage and interviewed witnesses, but the masked shooter's identity remained a mystery. In a desperate bid for leads, the police turned to the public, posting a photo of the suspect online and asking for help. Unfortunately for K-Flock, his earlier Instagram Live session came back to haunt him. Just an hour after the shooting, he'd been flexing the same designer outfit in front of thousands of viewers, and fans quickly connected the dots, tagging him in comments and alerting authorities. Realizing the gravity of the situation, K-Flock hired one of the best lawyers in the game and, accompanied by his legal counsel, turned himself in at the NYPD's 30th precinct. His lawyer wasted no time, releasing a statement. "Yesterday, I accompanied Kevin as he self-surrendered to detectives in the 30th precinct. Arrangements were made immediately with the NYPD once I learned that he was wanted. As to the charges against him, we have begun our own investigation into the allegations. We will address bail once we have had a chance to review the case further." The lawyer's initial review of the evidence led him to a bold assertion: K-Flock had acted in self-defense. He argued that Hernandez had reached for a loaded firearm first, and when police found Hernandez's body, his hand was still on the weapon in his pocket. When the guy hits the ground and is found, he's got a loaded gun that his hand was on at the time, the lawyer explained. "We consider that to be self-defense. Somebody's walking up to you with a loaded gun with a criminal record a mile long. Do you want to get shot or do you not? I wouldn't hesitate to pull." The NYPD, however, saw the incident differently, attributing it to a long-standing feud between two street teams. K-Flock's affiliation with the Bronx-based Third Side Street team was well documented, and his prominence in the group made him both a powerful figure and a prime target for rivals looking to settle scores. This reputation, while boosting his status in the rap world, ultimately contributed to his downfall. With few pre-recorded songs to sustain his career while incarcerated, his arrest sent shockwaves through the industry. His best friend B-Lovey addressed the situation in an interview, lamenting how fans and commentators like DJ Academics had written K-Flock off. "People don't even know what's going on, bro," B-Lovey said, frustrated by the assumptions. Despite the bleak outlook, K-Flock's lawyer remained optimistic, emphasizing the self-defense angle in court. The rapper himself broke down in tears during proceedings, overwhelmed by the weight of his situation. From his jail cell, he hopped on a call with rapper Top 5, expressing hope. "Talk to them, Flock. My dog back, coming up on Monday soon. Come home, man. They need you, Flock." Other artists rallied behind him too. One New York rapper commented, "That's the next big artist coming out of New York. I love Flock. I'm wishing him the best right now, for the alleged charges they pinning on him. I hope he beats them, 'cause he got a lot of future brightness." But just as it seemed the self-defense argument might hold water, the case took a devastating turn. K-Flock was indicted by a federal grand jury on racketeering conspiracy charges, commonly known as RICO, piling onto his existing state charges. Hip-hop commentators reacted with dismay. "K-Flock just caught a RICO, it's really over," one creator said. Academics added, "The feds just unsealed an indictment on K-Flock for a RICO charge. The mandatory minimum if he doesn't beat those charges or snitch is life inside a prison." Rap Og Boozy weighed in, drawing parallels to YNW Melly's case. "When the feds want you, they're going to do anything to get you. They waited for that law to get passed so it'd be airtight." K-Flock's lawyer, undeterred, responded to the RICO charges. "We're not surprised by the federal charges, as we've been defending Kevin's state charges for over a year now. Considering the incident was a clear act of self-defense, it wasn't a strong charge, but now it's being used as a basis for a possible RICO charge, which is extraordinary." On video, it's crystal clear that Kevin was about to be attacked after attempting to walk away from Oscar. He then used his firearm to defend himself from another armed gang member who was about to pull his own weapon. The liar's confidence stemmed from the footage and the circumstances, but the federal charges complicated the narrative significantly. The first day of K-Flock's trial offered a glimmer of hope for his team. Observers noted that the prosecution appeared unprepared, stumbling over words, failing to answer the judge's questions, and struggling to present compelling evidence against the defense's self-defense claim. K-Flock, visibly emotional as the day concluded, received a reassuring whisper from his lawyer, who allegedly believed they were on track to win. His legal team later shared a message from him in jail. "Shout out to my fans, my supporters, man. I love y'all, man. All you need to do is keep supporting." As the trial unfolds, K-Flock's fate hangs in the balance. The self-defense argument, once a potential lifeline, now contends with the weight of federal RICO charges, which could lock him away for life. His story, a meteoric rise in the drill rap scene cut short by violence and betrayal, serves as a stark reminder of the thin line between fame and infamy in the streets of New York. For his fans, supporters, and even his detractors, the question remains, will K-Flock beat the odds, or will the Fed's determination ensure he becomes another cautionary tale in hip-hop history? Only time and the courts will tell.